What's up guys, Romaz here. In this video I'm telling you exactly how a brand that I built did $1.1 million in dropshipping with Google Ads without me basically ever touching it. And so I don't really do product tests, I don't really do like product research looking for that one key winning product that's gonna blow up for a month and then like die out. And I'm also not making any creatives for these products by themselves. And so the 10 different brands that I'm managing right now, like they have complete longevity, they're focused on exit potential, but most importantly, they're very easy to delegate, meaning that I actually don't have to do any work on these brands and they can just print for the next couple of years by themselves. But like the whole point in dropshipping is to be able to build a brand that's consistently profitable without you actually having to do a lot of work, right? So like all the brands that I manage right now, I probably work like 2 or 3 hours a week on every single store. And so every single other person in dropshipping is using the exact same format of how they're building and scaling their brands, right? So they're doing like 10 different product tests a day. They're making like 30 different creatives for each product. They're like making a bunch of different storefronts for that product test. The whole point is they're working 70 hours a week on product test or making new creatives. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I'm able to build and scale these brands to like 6 and 7 figures while only managing them for like 2 or 3 hours every single week. And then in that extra time that I have, I'm just continuously building more stores by just copy and pasting them, but changing the niche and the market. So let me explain to you guys a little bit more what I'm talking about. I can be doing any Facebook ads, any Instagram ads. We're not making creatives for these products, and we also aren't doing any product tests, and we're not looking for that one winning product. So instead of us finding these winning products that take a lot of time for us to test, and then also a lot of capital for us to validate in the first place, instead of that, we're gonna be more focused on building a system that can run these brands completely on autopilot while we just scale them to 6 and 7 figures. And the only way this system is possible is through Google Ads. So with Google Ads, not only are there no creatives because everything is just a title, an image, and a description, but there also are no product tests because on your Google stores, you just want to upload as many products as possible and then Google will find your winners for you. But the best part is that there are higher margins within Google stores because everything is cost per click compared to cost per impression. And there's also more room for exit potential because people want to buy these Google Ad foundational stores so they can run Facebook ads on top of them. Every single thing is system-based, meaning that it's very, very easy to delegate all this work to an employee. All right, so this store is called Dazuma and they're only advertising their store on Google Ads and it's probably the easiest dropshipping store you can ever build. Yet this store is making more than $1 million every single year just with their product volume. And so they don't do any targeted copy. They don't really have an ICP. Like all they focus on is just a short description with a specification, an offer, and just having different product images. And so the way that I found this store is I just typed in on Google outdoor lighting or maybe even home decor. And so when you think about the customer's journey, like if they wanted outdoor lighting items or home decor items, like they're not searching this stuff up on Facebook, they're not searching on Instagram, they're not searching up on TikTok, they're searching up on Google. And our whole job is instead of running Facebook and TikTok ads, convincing customers that they need our product, we just want to position ourselves where the customer is already going, which is first place on this shopping feed. And this is basically what Google Ads look like. So just an image, a title, an offer, and a brand name. And so as you can see, like this is the entire ad. Like we're not actually building creatives, we're not making any videos, we're not hiring UGC or like stealing TikTok content. Like the entire ad is what you see right here. And so with this tool called SEMrush, you can basically see how many monthly visits every single website is getting. And so with the Zuma, they have roughly 40,000 visitors every single month. That's roughly around 500,000 visitors a year. And with a very standard conversion rate, which on my stores I'm averaging between 4 and 6%, but for this argument, let's just use 2% to be conservative. That means that they're roughly getting right around 9,500 different orders every single year. All right, so I go to the Zuma and sort by best selling. It looks like this is their #1 product and it doesn't even look like it's being dropshipped. Like this looks like a legitimate brand and this product isn't a winning or trending product. Like this is a product that will sell the complete year round. All right, so all I'm gonna do here is find the price of this exact product that they're sourcing and I'm just gonna see how much money they're actually generating every single year. All right, so if I just take this image and put this into AliExpress, it will show me exactly how much they're actually sourcing this product for. So it looks like there's a bunch of different listings, so I just sorted it by orders and it looks like this one has the most amount of reviews and also the most amount of orders. So if I just select, let's just see 24 inches, that's around 60 centimeters. So they're sourcing this product for $55 and they're selling it for $232. All right, so if I just take in their yearly orders and multiply that by this product price, and so using that base price with only 2% CVR, once again, a lot of my stores are between 4 and 6% conversion rate, they're roughly making $2.2 million in revenue just from a very basic home decor store. And so also this number is based on the cheapest variant for this product, right? Which is the smallest length and then also only one piece of this lighting ring. And so what I'm gonna assume is a customer will most likely purchase a set of 2, of course, because they want 2 on the exterior of their home. And then also probably purchase a 48 inches or 68 inches version of this product, which just brings their AOV closer to $500, which brings them to almost $5 million in revenue every single year. And so even if I go back to their best selling, and I'm just gonna use this $80 one as an example, even if they're still making $80 in average order value, that's still close to $1 million every single year with a very, very easy store like this. All this store is just a professional theme with as many products as possible. And so this theme, you can detect using this tool called Shopify Theme Detector. It's free. If you just type in their store name, their theme is called Cales, right? So they basically imported the theme called Cales and then imported as many products as possible. And all the products don't have any marketing whatsoever. It's literally just a product image and a title. And so the reason why this works so well on Google is because when people type in these products on Google search, they're literally shopping with their wallet in hand because they're ready to purchase this type of product, meaning they don't really have to market it that well. As long as you just have a high quality image and a decent offer, like people will purchase these products. And so even on this product page, like the only work that they did was making a title, copying these photos, and just writing this short description with some specifications. And then right here at the bottom, they just have very basic reviews that they probably imported and then a suggested tab. So all this really is just a theme with a bunch of different products uploaded. And the only 3 levers that they have is the image, the title, and the description. So the best part about Google Ads is like you do not really need a research team. You don't really need to understand your ICP or do any direct targeting. Like all you need is just products that people are willing to purchase, just changing up the image, the title, and the description, and you're basically completely set. So that's exactly where this automation system comes into play because there's only 3 main variables, 3 main levers within your store. All right, so with Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, like this is the work you need to do to actually become profitable in your store. So first off, you need to have a winning product. You need to have a winning creative that targets the ideal customer profile. You need to hit pain points and actually convince the customer need to purchase. And you also need a winning offer, which is like how much you're charging your product for. And then also a winning landing page to remarket this entire offer. But all of this stuff is just within one singular product test. And so that basically means that all of this work that you're doing is just to test a singular product that may or may not work. And the only way you're gonna find out if it works or not is if you're spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on actually running your Facebook ads. So even people in my network, they're spending between like $500 and $1,000 for every single product test. And they're testing out like 10 different products every single week. And so if you're doing dropshipping with a low budget, like even if you found the perfect product, like there's always gonna be someone with more capital and more experience behind you who are just gonna rip your entire store. So I still run meta ads, like I still have brands that utilize creatives, but the easy way to do dropshipping that doesn't take a lot of work is only through Google. So Google has a higher profit margin. Like the stores that I'm running right now are average between like 25 and 35% profit. So the customers generally have a higher buying intent because they wouldn't be searching up that product on Google and clicking on your website if they weren't going to purchase your product because they already saw the image, they already saw the title, and they already know the offer. That basically means that the only work you have to do is just upload as many products as possible and just optimize the titles, descriptions, and images. So this is exactly where the automation system comes in. But also a quick side note, the only reason you don't have to do a product test is because when you upload, let's just say 1,500 different products in your store, the only time you'll ever be charged money as an advertiser is when someone's clicking on your ad. You get charged cost per click. Compared to Facebook, which is charging you CPI, cost per impression, which basically means if someone watches your ad for 10 seconds and has no buying intent whatsoever, you're still getting charged. And so the way that you do this is you just upload 1,500 different products into your store, and then whichever ones will work, Google will tell you and will scale up those products automatically. And whatever's not working, you're not gonna get charged because people actually won't be clicking on that ad in the first place. So you're not actually losing money on these product tests. The first step is just product research to get you to 1,500 products. So the way that you do this is, of course, through AliExpress, and then also your competitors. So your competitors can come from ChatGPT, which I showed you guys how to do in the first video. Then just regular Google search, which I showed you guys how to do today. Just type in home decor, like outdoor lighting in Google and see what other people are popping up in the shopping tab. And then also Meta Ads Library. Meta Ads Library is a collection of every single ad ever posted on Facebook. And the reason why this is good for us is because people are gonna watch that ad and then indirectly type in that product on Google, and it's exactly where we pop up. So once you have these 1,500 different products, the way you automate importing them into your store is through these tools called Copy and Pokey. So of course, I'm not affiliated by these companies, but they're also very cheap. They're like $2 a month. And then with Copy, you can just import products into your store. And they also have this AI copywriting tool, which means you don't actually have to write these titles and descriptions. And so they work on Shopify, Etsy, CJ Dropshipping, AliExpress, and then also this app called Pokey. Basically do the exact same thing, it's just a matter of preference. And that's exactly how you automate importing these 1,500 different products into your store. And so once you understand how to do product research and then also using these tools to import the products, like all of this work can just be delegated straight into an online employee. And so this is basically the formula that you want to have. So of course the COO is you. You have a COO of operations, and they hire fulfillment VAs, support VAs, supplier communication. They do all the logistics and the fulfillment. A CTO to actually develop your store, so they would hire a product researcher and a product lister. a marketing officer to help you with Google Ads and email and Klaviyo, a CFO, of course, to track your profitability, and then hire a bookkeeping VA so all of your orders are accounted for. You can also exit your business a lot easier because all of your books are clean. And so when I started dropshipping 2 years ago, like of course I did Facebook, of course I did Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Taboola, Snapchat ads. I basically did every single thing, but I didn't have a team behind me. Like it was literally just me pulling like 90 hours a week just working on all these companies. I didn't have a team to work with me. Like I was doing all of this manual work, whether it be product research, product listing. Like I wasn't using Copy or Pokey. I was manually importing those products. And to realize like the only reason I'm in this business in the first place is just so I can have the freedom to actually enjoy life and enjoy myself, right? And so when I'm pulling these hours, it kind of defeated the purpose of everything that I was building. So like even in my Discord right now, I'll pull that up. And so this is an example of a brand that I used to manage, and I actually sold this brand earlier this year, but like my logistics employee is communicating with my supplier, and so he basically said that order number 12,000 is not yet delivered. Can you please check if something's wrong? Tell the customer to contact the shipping line at USPS for a faster delivery. And so this just saves me from that 90-hour work week of me just doing busy work that doesn't actually move my business forward. And so just within this logistics channel, like there are thousands of examples of work that I didn't have to do because I delegated and I outsourced all of it. And of course, the same thing with the invoices, the sourcing and quotations. Like you basically just want to have this format running so that you actually don't do any work within your business and you can focus on actually moving the needle forward. Now, as the CEO, like the only two things you have to do is just come up with new store ideas like niches and markets. Also just enjoying life, because you do not want to be inside of the business like doing all the busy work, when instead you can be outside and just focusing on actually progressing. If you're working 9 to 5, if you're a student at university, whatever the case is, like this system is probably the easiest way to make money in ecom without actually doing a lot of the work in the first place. So this is crazy, but this is a board that I built last year, I believe in late May, and we're just trying to mind map every single thing that would go on within a company, and literally nothing has changed from that point last year to right now. So I've been using this exact system for the longest time, and I'm telling you guys it works, and it works very well. So also these stores have an insane amount of longevity. Like people are always going to be buying outdoor lighting and home decor products on Google, and so these stores could easily last you 2-3 years before you decide to exit. So even in the last couple of videos when I talked about building like an actual brand with like legacy and like a detailed customer list, like I talked more about items like these neck fans and then even this pregnancy pillow to build like a maternity niche store. The exact same process applies but on a smaller scale, right? So instead of you doing 1,500 products, maybe between 250 and 500 within that niche. And then slowly, once you gather the data to see what's working, then you redefine your store within that niche. And so this automation system applies the exact same way, although it will not be 1,500 products if it's a very specific niche. It might only be 250 or 300. It's the exact same process of finding competitors, using these tools to import them into your stores, and then also even building out this full team like still applies to every single store that you might make with Google Ads. And if you want to learn directly with me and want me to come in and actually build out one of these systems for you, there should be a link in the description. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, definitely like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.